first day at work. Now I'm gonna drive to Anaheim. Wish me luck. I'm going with my friends though, so I'm not really gonna vlog much, but work was interesting. Well, it's not my first day at work. First day at subbing. Very interesting. So now I'm gonna go pick up my friends. Well, I'm gonna get gas and then I'm gonna pick up my friends and then I might go to the bathroom. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna talk about something that is kind of not great, a little more serious. So obviously I'm driving to Disneyland, and I was, you know, excited. I'm happy. I just got off work doing all of that, and I was driving with my friend and his girlfriend because we were gonna drop her off there, like in California, because that's where she goes to school. So I checked with my friends the plan in advance before I even planned the trip. I really was only going to California in the first place during this weekend so I can go drop her off. But yeah, so that was the plan and we were gonna drive. And after working my first day on Wednesday, I realized that I will not be able to drive the full way. Usually I'm pretty good when it comes to long distance drives. The only thing is that I wake up super early. I wake up at around 5:45 and we're gonna be driving starting at 5, ending at 11 if we have no stops, probably ending later. And then I have to drive from where I'm dropping both of them off to where I'm staying at my friend's house. So that's another hour. So if we don't stop, I'm gonna be driving until midnight, and that's not what I wanted to do. So I texted my friend. I said, hey, like, I'm gonna get tired, so like, is it okay if you drive, you know, once I get too tired? And he was like, yeah, for sure. I trust him as a driver. I've been in his car many times, so I know how he is as a driver, so I knew that he would be able to drive my car. While I start driving, we leave an hour later than I thought we were going to, because they were running late a little bit. So we were a little late, which kind of threw me off because of how tired I was getting. So we eventually leave, you know, not even an hour in. We stopped to get them food because one of them hasn't eaten in a while, so I was getting a little frustrated. They had to take a bathroom break in the middle of it, which again, I get that's not their fault, but again, it was getting late. So I drove for 4 hours, okay, which was actually longer than I thought. I thought I'd only get to 2 hours. I drove 4 hours, and my friends knew that they were gonna be switching, or that my friend knew that he was gonna switch off with me. However, he said that he still hasn't finished one of his discussion questions for his class yet, which he knew that he had the discussion question. He was doing it when I first started my drive, but he decided to pause on it. So that kind of frustrated me more when he didn't do his homework at the time he said he would. So I got frustrated, and then I was like, okay, whatever, like, I'll keep driving. But I was getting tired, okay? So I knew that I could drive until he finished his discussion question, but it just was making me frustrated. All of a sudden, before I thought he was done, they were like, he was like, okay, like, we can switch off now. And I was like, okay. So we get to a gas station. I start pumping gas so, you know, we can get multiple things done at the same time. I get out of my car, I move all my things to the back seat because I let my friend and his girlfriend sit in the back seat while I sat by myself in the front. I sit in the back seat, and instead of my friend getting into the front, the driver's seat, his girlfriend went into the driver's seat. And I'm not close to the girlfriend. Like, I don't really know her too well. We don't really talk too much. And so I felt like I shouldn't have said anything. Like, I shouldn't have said anything like, oh, why are you in the front seat? Because I didn't want to be mean, which I feel like maybe was my fault, because I only know my friend as the driver and not his girlfriend. But I didn't say anything because I didn't really know what to do, because at this point she was already sitting in my driver's seat. And we start driving. As soon as we start driving, my friend says, oh yeah, she hasn't driven in 4 months. So they knew that she hasn't driven in 4 months, but I didn't want to question it. I'm like, well, if you are confident in your driving, you know, you're already driving, so what are we gonna do? But I knew I shouldn't have done that, and I had a gut feeling that I should have not let her drive, because when we were driving, and my friend finished with his homework, they were gonna switch drivers. So she tries to pull off and find a parking lot, which on her first exit can't find, so she was just gonna loop back around to get to the freeway again. And she was about to miss her turn, so my friend, her boyfriend, pointed saying, hey, that's your turn. She slams on the brakes, and then we get rear-ended. And it was a lot for me, because at this point she's been driving for like maybe 40 minutes, maybe I'm wrong, maybe 30, I don't know. At this point I'm exhausted. Like, I've been working, I haven't slept, not even when I said I was gonna sleep during the car ride, because, like, again, I had that gut feeling. I was like awake. Like, I don't know, I could not go back to sleep, or I could not go to sleep. So the crash happens, they get out of the car, and I am just like stunned. Like, I have never ever been in a car accident, at least not that I can remember. Maybe my parents have gotten in one when I was young, but I don't remember any of that. But I've never been in a car accident. I have no clue what to do. And so I call Hayden, and I'm just crying, like, I'm scared. I've never been in this situation before, and I just remember saying, like, I need my mom, like, I'm gonna call my mom. So I hang up, I call my mom, she doesn't pick up because she was asleep, and I hang up, I call my dad, he doesn't pick up, I don't know what he was doing. And so at this point I'm freaking out, like, I'm sobbing, like, I don't know what to do. I am scared because this is my car, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, and I am exhausted and I have no clue what to do. So I call my brother and I'm like, hey, parents are not picking up, and I got into a car crash, but I wasn't driving. And he was trying his best to help me out in what to do, but I was like freaking out. I couldn't even get out of the car. And so I don't even know what my friend and his girlfriend were talking with the other car when it happened. They came back in, and I don't think they got any insurance or any of the license plate or anything like that. And the reason why I'm talking like this is because I'm filming this is editor court. It has been over a month now since the accident, and the longer time has passed since then, like, the worse stuff I'm finding out about it, and I'll talk about that more in later vlogs. But yeah, because the structure of the car looks fine on the outside. My trunk isn't working anymore because the trunk was pushed in too much. There's internal damage that I can't even see that is there according to car estimates, and it's gonna take probably weeks to fix, and all because I was in this one instance of like driving knowing I was like tired and letting somebody drive who I knew shouldn't have been driving my car. And it just frustrates me because we have this whole back and forth with my friend and his girlfriend about like how to fix my car, because they want to pay out of pocket, and it's not going great right now because it's gonna be very expensive. So when I have been looking at this day to film, I have been dreading it, because it honestly like is something it just hurts to like think about the fact that this day, if it just didn't happen, I wouldn't have been going through all this stuff that I've been going through recently. Like having to deal with the fact that it's broken, or deal with the fact that I need to get it fixed. So it makes me like kind of dread talking about it, but that's what happened today. So after that, my friend drove the rest of the way. I didn't end up going to my friend's house. I ended up staying with my friend and his girlfriend, and then left the next morning. And ever since then, I don't drive for fun anymore. I don't go out unless I have to. I haven't gone to the store since, like, unless I'm like actively out already for work and going back to the store. I don't really try to go places when I don't have to. And yeah, so that's what this day was. And I still get kind of emotional talking about it. I know it's not like the craziest car accident, and like it definitely could have been worse, but I think the issue is just how much of a hassle it's been and how stressful it's been for me having to figure it all out. So yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna go. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this and you want to see more, you know to see you guys. I know how privileged I sound that I'm talking about this like it's like a crazy thing, but for me it is, just because like I pride myself on being a good driver, and you know, knock on wood, I've never been in that situation before, and it was really scary.